Hello, I'm Dr. Gareth Moore and I'm a puzzle and brain training author. But in this video I'm going to be looking at this, the Trial of Blackbeard, which is a card deck I backed on Kickstarter a couple of months ago. And you might wonder, if you've seen my videos before, why I'm interested in this. Well, and the answer is because it includes a puzzle. In particular, after you've had it delivered, you can view these PDFs. There's a letter here and another letter that apparently help you find treasure, because this card deck has hidden treasure to discover. At least I think it does. I don't really know much about it. Two things I know about it from the Kickstarter campaign. One is that the tuck deck folds out into a ship, which is rather pretty like that. And the other is that the cards are not necessarily usable as regular playing cards, because the backs are not all different, are not all the same. But here we go. May the wind be at your back and the stars guide your way. And I've put a little sticker here because I think that I've done some very limited research before I started recording this video, and I need the number here to uniquely identify me when I enter the competition, if I do, to say I know where the treasure is. I'm not really clear how that competition works. I was very unclear, in fact. But the cards, as you can see, are rather beautiful. I haven't looked at them all by any means. I've just seen one or two, but I can see that they start to go together to make a map. And in fact, I haven't checked them all, but the first few seem to be in the correct order for doing that. And in terms of the backs, one thing I noticed beforehand, as I say from the campaign, was that the backs actually make a little flick book. You can see a rotate. I'm not very good at doing this. I don't want to send them flying everywhere, but you can make a rotating, there we go, it's a bit better, a rotating compass by rotating them. But that does mean, by flicking through them rather, but that does mean, of course, that you can't use this as a regular deck of cards, at least not for certain games. You could probably use it with some. Use it with children, it'll be fine, but otherwise you'd be able to have a bit of a guess of what the card was. Right, so now the one other thing I should say I know about these cards is that they came with this, which is a UV light, and it has the name of the company on it. And if you shine it on them, it reveals hidden stuff, at least I think it does. Yeah, it's really hard to see on camera. Well, I did experiment a bit before I started recording to try and see if I can make it more legible, and I can't really. But here it says crocodile, there's an E missing, it must be on the next card. Crocodile Bay. You can see the D and I clearly enough on the black, but the other bit you can just sort of see a hint of it as I tilt it like that. But I experimented with various different types of webcam and other camera, and none of them really could pick it up very clearly on camera, so you're gonna have to take my word for that. But I think the first thing to do is to lay these out and see if they do all form a single map. Right, so I'm not actually sure how big an area this will take up, or whether they are all correctly sorted in order when they arrive. I think perhaps they intend you to shuffle the deck before you begin doing anything. They're also all slightly bent because I have just been riffling through the deck and I probably didn't do it the way you should have done it. But I can see that they are making the top of a map, which I'm not doing very neatly perhaps, but I'm also not quite sure if they're all going to fit on my desk at the moment. I've switched to this higher up camera, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee it. See, I think that's the last one for that row. So if that goes slightly behind my head, I can always hide my head if I need to. That sounds slightly weird, but I think I can just about fit them all on the desk even. Right, so that looks like the top row of the map. And does this fit here? No. Where would this go then? Is it upside down? Or does it go under here? No. Right, okay, I've got fallen at the first hurdle. Let's just put that to the side here, because perhaps there's something missing here. Oh yeah, there we go, look. That's interesting. The top left of the deck here, you can just see that empty area is missing. So the top area of the deck, well, I should say the map, is the top left corner is missing, or perhaps is elsewhere. It's possible that when I have flicked through the pack just now that I've rearranged some of the cards, because I did drop it when I was trying to flick through to show the rotation on the back, but I have judiciously cut that bit, because it makes me look like an idiot when I drop the cards everywhere. Right, so here we go. This is quite fun. I have not assembled this before. So it is starting to look like, what does it say here? These letters, or are they just pictures? They're serpents and trees. I think some of them, obviously, the cards are doing double duty. They're working as an overall map, but they're also being an interesting playing card in their own right, I guess. So it's... No, that must be the wrong way up. Perhaps that's when I dropped. It's not necessarily the case that every detail will be relevant to the treasure map, and similarly, I guess it's not the case that everything that's on the card will be there so that it looks good when it's just an individual card. There must be some compromises involved. Right, so if this is going to be a heart, perhaps, or maybe like a glasses shape, then I might run out of room like this. And in which case I've got two options. I can either slide the mat up the screen that I've got on my desk, or I can slide everything up the mat. But it's going to be more effort to do the latter, so I guess I'll do the former. Right, these appear to have rotated, all of them. Oh no, just those two. I think we can be confident that these are being correctly arranged, and I think, to be fair, that it's probably a good thing that I haven't shuffled the pack, because, is that right? I don't think that's right. It must be this way up. Because if I had, this would be a long jigsaw sequence where I was trying to work out where everything went. Okay, I can see these cards upside down because there's writing on here. You probably can't make out on camera, but it says Smuggler's Heaven. So that was the wrong way up, and I'm assuming that the writing on the cards will, broadly speaking, be the same way up. Well, that treasure chest is the wrong way up. I must have just rotated a couple of cards there. Tumultuous Tides. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've reached the bottom of that mat area, and how many cards have I got left? Well, I've got another row. And, oh look, there's another 7 of spades, because I think ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the suits are rotating as we go through, but there's already a 7 of spades here. Why would you get a deck of cards with 2 7 of spades? Well, I believe the answer is that you are, if you buy the whole multiple series of cards from this supplier, that you can collect sets of extra cards that go together to make a deck of leftover bits. I think you're meant to discard that essentially from playing. Let's push this up the desk. All right, well, I've moved that a bit. Let's see if I can carry on here. Oh, that looks like a corner, so that's quite reassuring. I know that's very slightly off the bottom of the screen, but we'll leave that there. I guess I could move it up a bit further. There we go. The top is starting to curl up on top of stuff. Right, so oh, there's a big picture, there's a big banner here. The Trial of Blackbeard, I think it says, yeah. The Trial of Blackbeard, and there's a very vicious looking skull. Oh no, I thought it was a skull, but it's a, well, it's actually quite clever. It's a sort of curled flag, which looks like a skull. It's very nicely illustrated. You like that sort of thing. Does that go there? Or, no, that goes there, right? The Joker. So what's really weird, okay, so this is the card that doesn't fit. But if I just hide my head for a moment, how do I do that? There. Oh, you can see my close-up camera, but anyway, this doesn't fit here. Is that part of the game, that this doesn't fit? Why would you make a card? Why would you arrange exactly the right number of cards to fill a rectangular map and then have a card that doesn't actually fit there? That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, there we go. Right, so let's move that camera out of the way. Okay. I guess I don't need this. Oh, so I guess the question is, how much hidden text is there? Right. So, none. I mean, I think on the camera, the light will make the white glow a bit. But there's no hidden text on these cards. Oh, here, there's some. It says Concealed Canyon. I appreciate you can't make that out probably, but by here you can see a little bit on the black. Concealed Canyon here, it says, oh, there's an X, and it says, I think, Whispered Wharf. And then here, Smuggler's Heaven. Oh, and here, Captain Cove, and there's an X. Misty Hollows. It's quite hard to read these. I'm not sure what that says. It says something wharf. Well, I think Atomic Wharf. Oh, here. Crimson Currents. Yes, with an E, not edible ones. I mean, I guess you could drink them. Cutthroat Key with C-A-Y. Buccaneer Bluff. And all of these have, this has a little X. You can't see, I know. Here, Cryptic Caverns. Well, that's quite good. Skull Lair. Nothing here. Oh, Hanging Neck Cliff. Very cheery. Samurai. I can't read that. Samurai Otter Bay, maybe something like that. It's a very agile otter. Middle Forest. Stellar Dread. I don't know what that says. It says Path of 100 demons. Part of 100 demons. My golly. Port Royal is across the middle of here. Maybe that's one you can actually see on camera. If I just switch to this close-up camera. Can you see Port Royal? Yeah, you can here. Right, just above my thumb. Port Royal, it vanishes. It reappears. Port Royal. So that's the sort of, that's exactly how it looks in reality on the camera there. It's just that it only shows up on the black on the camera, not really on the white. Right, nothing on there. We've already said, well, on here it says Crocodile Bay at the top left. Puzzle Peak. Oh, and that's it. Did I miss any at the start? Now I've got my eye into and spotting them. No, I don't think so. So there's, I wasn't counting, but there's like 20 locations or something. Right, now let's have a look at that letter again. So what does it say? I, Captain Blackbeard, send ye this letter to reveal a secret hidden within the very playing cards ye hold. This a map, concealed without a direction indicator. If ye wish to pass me test and earn the title of a great pirate, ye must decipher this map and discover the whereabouts of our hidden treasure. First off, shuffle the deck as ye please, for a great pirate never fears challenges. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a very exciting video watching me solve a jigsaw. But fear not, for I shall provide ye with a clue to aid ye on this perilous journey. Look closely at the compass rose, the symbol of direction and the most important part of my favourite Queen Anne's Revenge. Is that in the tuck box? Wait, the tuck box isn't there. The tuck box is here. There's no compass rose on here, right? And obviously I'm well aware, oh, there's a compass rose here. And there's a compass rose on the back of all the cards, I suppose, but it does rotate. I should say I'm well aware that some of the letters are in capitals in this letter and others aren't, but I'll come back to that in a moment. 'Tis a key to unlock the mystery of the map. Follow its guidance and ye shall find the path to our long-lost booty. Be warned, matey, this be no ordinary test. Ye must prove your wit and cunning to prove you're worthy of joining our ranks. Solve the puzzles, crack the riddles, and unlock the secrets of the high seas. I'm going to need a notepad for this, aren't I? May the winds be at your back and the stars guide your way. Show me you're smart enough to become one of us, and ye shall be rewarded with riches untold. Good luck, ye aspiring pirate, and may your journey be filled with adventure. Right, so let's make a note of the letters in capitals. I'm a bit wary of putting this down and moving all the cards. I-N-S, so I'm just looking at the letters that are capitalised on line 3, I, D and ye. Inside, it's going to say, isn't it? And then there's no more capitals in that first paragraph, I think. So the next paragraph, T-H-E. No more. Oh yes, the T... U, okay. It's going to say inside the tuck box, isn't it? I think. Next, third paragraph, we've got a C. And the fourth paragraph, we have no capital letters. And the fifth paragraph, we have K, inside the tuck. Okay, so there's something hidden inside the tuck box. What about the other letter? Letter 2, what does that say? Captain Blackbeard speaking once more. I must confess, my memory's a bit hazy. I can't recall the exact path to the treasure's final spot. But fear not, for I've got a clue for ye. At the starting point marked, quote marks. Let me just write this down. Hang on. I've got like crossing thin. I didn't write this down very neatly. I know you can't see. And then the hash. We pirates sang our secret song. Let its melody be your guide, step by step. Follow the tune and ye shall find yourself closer to the treasure. Now I'll leave you with the lyrics to our shanty. Sing it loud and clear and let the music lead you to victory. Fair winds on your journey, me hearty. After you find the treasure, go to this website and finish the final step. I opened that beforehand to have a look what it is, and that's why I covered over my tuck box number, because I know that I will need that. And you have to send a photo as well. Let's see, can you pass the trial of, before you start guessing and submitting, let's see, can you pass the trial of Blackbeard? Be aware that every pirate and every deck can only have one attempt. And my crew member will send you a mail to tell you the result and how to redeem the prize. It says how to redeem the prize. I don't know what the prize is. Lyrics. Okay, so we're supposed to sing it. To the east we set sail, a pirate's quest. No, I'm not going to sing. Each step a card, put your skills to the test. So it's obviously tracing a route around the cards, I guess, the map of the cards. 5 strides forward, is that cards or maybe? With the sun on our face, so presumably we're heading east. Because the sun rises in the east and we assume it's morning, maybe. Or it could be west, or it could be south, south-ish. In search of the treasure, our hearts set in place. Is that hearts, as in like our courage, or hearts as in the heart cards? Eastward we go, step by step we tread, following the cards where the secrets are spread. Turn right, 2 steps, a change in our way, heading towards fortune where the shadows may sway. Now facing west, the wind at our back, 2 more cards reveal the treasure's track. With every step taken, our hopes rise high. The final spot awaits where riches lie. Okay, so I think we need to work out what is inside the tuck box as well. So this seems to give us a sort of path, but a very, very crude one. And I don't know where that symbol is. Let's have a look back at all the cards. So that symbol was a bit like this. I haven't drawn it very neatly. It didn't have like hair, but it was just a rune with a hash mark or a pound symbol, whatever you want to call it. I don't immediately see that on any of the cards. Oh, well, maybe there's a hash symbol here, actually. I call it a hash. And where is that rune? Oh, there are runes around the outside here. Oh, it's that rune. So 8. That's the 8 of diamonds up the top. I'm not sure that's very helpful. The top. And this one is, I haven't written very neatly there. And this one is on the 6 of diamonds at the bottom. Well, it's on the bottom left. There. Gosh, what's the possible meaning of that? So that selects this card and this card. Are there any others with a hash or that particular rune? Because that rune, I noticed, is the same as... I thought I saw it up here. Perhaps I didn't. No. Oh yeah, here. This joker you can't see has the same rune that... You probably can't see this either. It might just be off the bottom of the screen, depending on how your screen is cropped. But it should be, if you watch it on a computer, visible here. That rune is the same. So maybe there's another... I could be doing an intersection of things, actually. So that symbol here intersecting with this would mean I start here. That would make sense. But let me just see if there's another copy of that rune. Well, it's not at the bottom of the column. It would be underneath this bit of text, which says Black Pearl Domain. And this says Whispering Wharf, if you're wondering. Because I know you can't read that on camera. But I don't see... There's another hash here. Oh, the hashes are opposite each other. So that's reassuring, because that's selecting a row, I would say. And then, does this... Where the rune... Yeah, the runes, where they are visible at both top and bottom, you can perhaps just see my finger at the bottom there. They are the same. So, I have a column symbol and a row symbol. So therefore, that rune and the hash definitely select us starting on the 2 of spades here. Which is Tumultuous Tides. And what was the first lyric of that? To the east we set sail, a pirate's quest. Well, it says 5 steps, so we can't go 5 steps east from here, assuming that north is this way. Now, is there a compass actually on this map? It says Anti-Faro here, that's the name of the company making it, I think. But is there because there's a wheel here. It's not a compass, though. There may well be a compass here. It says, may the wind be at our backs and the stars guide your way. I better scan it, I guess, to look for a compass, because it'd be quite embarrassing. The thing is, when I watch my videos back sometimes, I'm watching them, I'm looking at the screen, and I'm not talking or doing other things that distract me, and I think, oh my goodness, something is so obvious, and I've completely missed it, and I've just gone on a tangent or gone off incorrectly, because I haven't looked. This says Misty Hollow, but I don't see a compass on here. It's reasonable otherwise then to assume that east is to my right, but a north up, but that doesn't necessarily follow. But we could always start with that as an assumption. Where is the tuck box gone? So where is this message? I can see there's writing inside. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure I can actually view the writing inside though. That is quite hard to read inside there. Oh, and on both sides as well. There's writing here as well. Now the easiest way to view this will be to destroy it by... Oh, what's that? Oh, the legs of a skeleton, I think. But is there a skeleton body there? Oh, there's lots of hat marks. So it's supposed to be like a jail cell, isn't it? Someone's been stuck in a jail cell and they've scrawled on the walls. That's quite evocative. I don't really want to destroy this because it's quite pretty. But I also don't see any other easy way of viewing it, certainly on camera. If I take that apart, it's going to be really hard. Maybe if I do this, take a picture with my iPhone, I can put the photo up on screen. Right, so one side says, right, I'll put this on the screen so you can see it more clearly, but one side says, from ace to kin, the path shall unfold. Numbers hold secrets as stories are told. Through spades and hearts, clubs and diamonds too. Follow the order to discover what's true. I guess I should write that down. So if we're always going in the order, it doesn't necessarily mean this, but if it's always the order spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds, follow the order. Maybe that's helpful. Jokers are sitting upper left aside. Well, there is one here at the upper left. Let's get rid of that close up. And there's one at the bottom right here. Jokers are sitting upper left aside. A colourful pattern is shown just like the sky. Where's this colourful pattern? There's nothing's more colourful than anything else. I mean, there's a skull. Again, I've just put that under my head, but there's a skull on there. That's not colourful as such. Anyway, jokers are sitting upper left aside. Well, the other joker isn't. It's down here. Does that card also fit at the top left? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I need to hide my head again. Hang on. But look, let me just move that other camera out of the way. This card here fits here and fits here at the bottom right. No, it actually never fitted at the bottom right. I shouldn't have put it there. That was wrong from the start. Okay, so I'm glad the instructions fixed me. So that goes there. Does this doesn't actually fit at the bottom right then, does it? No. Do you know what? I did not notice. I didn't notice that the joker didn't fit there. Oh well, didn't fit at the bottom right. Yeah, so that's text is now the right way up as well. And I guess I've got the musical note opposite the other musical note as well, so that's helpful. All right, I'm back. So I had the joke in the wrong place, and there's a gap here at the bottom right. That actually makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? And it also explains why my second row didn't fit in correctly. So I had that wrong. That's embarrassing, but there we go. Follow the order to discover what's true. Jokers are sitting upper left aside. A colourful pattern is shown just like the sky. Ace, 2, 3 and 4 in line. I think this may just be telling me how to make the map. Ace, 2, 3 and 4 in line. Each card has a clue, a piece of each different sign. 5, 6 and 7, the journey goes on, seeking the treasure until it is drawn. It doesn't really rhyme. So my order was spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. Spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. Spades, hearts, club, diamonds. Okay, so this one side of the tuck box, that is merely telling me how to assemble this map and to put the two jokers at the top left. And obviously I did need, let me turn this light off. I did need telling about the jokers at the top left, clearly. What about the other side of the tuck box? What does it say there? Where the sun meets the sea in pirate lore, Crocodile Bay at sunrise, we would adore. Now, Crocodile Bay is here. Maybe there's I don't know, there's an X. But this is Crocodile Bay here, for sure. Crocodile Bay at sunrise we would adore. With loyal crew the dawn we embrace. Let me just write this down. On the hand and neck cliff sunsets grace. Crocodile Bay where the sun does rise. Hand and neck cliff where daylight dies. Follow the sun's path from morn till night. Discover the beauty in pirate's light. I think this is giving us east and west. I think it's saying east is that way. So Crocodile Bay, it says something about Crocodile Bay and Hand in Neck Cliff twice, but Crocodile Bay is here, and I think I saw Hand in Neck over here somewhere, right? But I think it's given, here's Hand in Neck Cliff here. So that's Hand in Neck Cliff across the join of the 4 of hearts and the 5 of clubs, and Crocodile Bay is across the join of this joker and the ace of spades. So let me read that again. Where the sun meets the sea, in pirate lore, Crocodile Bay at sunrise we would adore. Okay, so sunrise is in the east, so the sunrise is on this side, so this is east, this is north, that's south, this is west. With loyal crew the dawn we embrace. On the hanging neck cliff, over here, sunset's grace. Then it says again, Crocodile Bay where the sun does rise, hanging neck cliff where daylight dies. Follow the sun's path from morn till night. Discover the beauty in pirate's light. So I think that what we've learned from the tuck deck is A, how to lay out the cards, and B, where east, north, south and west are. So I think north, east, south, west. So now we can follow our poem. To the east we set, so let's assume we start at the starting point. So this letter says at the starting point marked with the intersection, I think, of the this and the hash, which we will put here. Now what can I use to mark it? So we're starting here, let's put this cute little bear here. To the east we set sail, a pirate's quest. Each step a card, put your skill... So each step a card, it specifically says that. Put your skills to the test. 5 strides forward. So we're facing east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've done that. With the sun on our face. Fine. That matches the tuck box as well. Search of the treasure, our heart set in place. Eastward we go, step by step we tread, following the cards where the secrets are spread. Then turn right, 2 steps. Turn right, 2 steps. A change in our way. Heading towards fortune where the shadows may sway. I mean, let's just assume that's just rhyming stuff. Now facing west, which is this way. The wind at our back. 2 more cards reveal the treasure's track. With every step taken, our hopes rise high. The final spot awaits where riches die. Lie, actually says. Is this the answer then? The 3 of diamonds? I have no idea. There's no way of knowing if I'm correct. I assume the puzzle is not massively complicated, so it's probably not worth overthinking. I feel the answer is the 3 of diamonds. I can't be sure. But actually, it just occurs to me, I was just about to finish up the video, and it occurs to me that actually, is there a location printed on the 3 of diamonds? Yes, there is, look. Here, you can just about see that. In fact, you can probably see it. It says Stella Dread, and there's an X here. That must be it. Stella Dread. That's the answer. That's definitely right, because there were only so many X's marked on the map. Look, actually, there's one on the next card, just to catch you out. Riddle Forests. There is an X on that, actually, here as well. But yes, Stella, it must be Stella Dread. Oh, I see, they've put one here as well. That's it. I was wondering how I knew I was going to be right or wrong, but there's an X on that card. That means I must surely be correct, I think. Okay, well, jump forward 3 months, because it's now February 25 and it was November 24 when I recorded the rest of the video you just watched, and I submitted my answer, got an email confirming I was correct, and then about a few weeks later I was asked if I wanted to order the treasure deck, which was the prize, and here it is. The treasure deck. It turns out, if you were correct, you submitted the correct answer, you got to have this deck of cards. So, what does it look like? Well, this is the deck I had before, this is the treasure deck. And I should say that you had to pay a delivery charge as well, but it was only $7 to ship from wherever it came from to here in Britain, in the United Kingdom. So I didn't think that was too bad, to be honest. So actually, it's a nice deck of cards with lots of shiny bits on it. It's not quite the same as the original deck either. But what it does include, and I haven't laid this all out yet, but it includes what I think here is the missing corner. I think it's the missing corner from the previous map. So I guess you get that when you claim your treasure. So it says on it, claim your treasure, but remember, when ye face Davy Jones like me, the only loot ye take is your memories. Those be the true riches of this trial. Enjoy the journey and carry forth the tales of conquering the trial of great Captain Blackbeard as ye sail into your next adventure. Well, so clearly I now need to reassemble the map. It's a rather nice thing, I think, for $7. It was free, but that was the shipping cost. You didn't have to pay the shipping if you ordered anything else from their store. It's actually rather nice. I'd probably pay more than the equivalent of $7 for a deck that's that nice looking. And the cards, well, they're still decorated, but they're different. So you've got a whole new set of playing cards. And the backs no longer have the moving clock pattern, or I should say it's probably a compass. So I think they're all the same. I'm not very good at flicking that clearly, but I think they're now all the same. So you can actually play most regular card games with them without worrying about spoilering. So there we go. This is the treasure deck. And I think that with the exception of this card for the corner of the map, they are all just regular playing cards in so much as, you know, they fit with the design of the pirate deck, but there's no maps. I don't think there's any more puzzle. I think this is it. But there we go. So I was correct, and you do actually get a proper decent prize for solving it, which is quite impressive. It said something about a deck I read in comments on the Kickstarter campaign where I originally got this. But I didn't really think I was going to get an entire deck of cards. I thought perhaps actually I didn't really understand exactly what was going on. I personally didn't think it was clear, but perhaps I didn't pay attention. Anyway, one thing I have to do now is lay out the complete map. So let's change to this shot. Let's move this out of the way, and let's start laying all the cards out. Just come to this, that's the extra card from before. I think you meant to collect 13 of them. I think I said full deck in the previous video, but I think the answer is 13 you meant to have. Anyway, for collecting them all. So Well, I've clearly adjusted my camera slightly differently in the past few months, and I don't want to adjust it again because it takes forever to adjust it above the desk. But I will move it a little bit so we can see the corner. Right, it's a moment of truth. Does this fit in the corner? Yes, it does. It fits very nicely. I don't know if you can see very clearly because it's quite in the corner of the screen. I'll move it. I'll redo this under the close-up camera in a moment. But you can see that it fits in nicely. The only difference is the colour is slightly different. But it is similar enough that you probably can't tell watching this video. Well, there we go. I now have a complete map thanks to getting the treasure deck. And let's just have a look at that close-up. All right, well, here's the bottom right of the map in close-up. And now here's the extra card, and I'll show you how it fits in. There we go. And it does line up. And you can't really see that the colour is slightly different. The background is a slightly different colour. It's slightly lighter. There we go. Claim your treasure. Well, I did. Well, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, please do like the video. And if you enjoyed it and think you'd enjoy other videos like this, solving puzzles, do please subscribe to the channel too. That would be great. Please do feel free to comment down below to let me know what you thought. Or if you've got the deck yourself and you've given it a go, how you got on. But otherwise, hopefully you'll try out some of the other videos on this channel. So all I'll say is that until I see you hopefully in a future or past video, take care and goodbye.